I'm gonna give away a plushie or two. Hello and welcome to Suck War Central. My name is CJ and I want to play a little game. See, with a new batch of Hunter x Hunter chapters on the horizon any day now, I wanted to see if together we could make some predictions about what's to come on this here bingo board my partner designed. Full disclosure, I am like 99% sure I got this idea from another YouTuber years ago, but I don't remember who it was. Oopsies. Anyway, what's a gamble without stakes? And what better stakes than plushies? That's right, if we manage to get a bingo within the next batch of chapters, I will be giving away 2 plushies. One of the plushies will go to somebody who comments on this video. The other will go to one of my channel members, chosen at random. These plushies can be any Hunter x Hunter plushies you can find for sale on the internet, and I will have them shipped to you. Well, caveat to that. You've got to remember I am a university student and I'm not exactly swimming in money, so I'll spend a maximum of 70 Australian dollars on the plush in question, not including tax and shipping of course. I just want to cover my bases in case we end up with the Umaneko Fumo plush situation where it's like a bajillion dollars on a good day. But it doesn't have to be an existing character plush. You see, my partner makes plushies. For instance, he's made this one of a wizard from a novel I wrote. So, if instead of one of the existing plushies, which only includes characters that have appeared in the anime, you want a Morena to watch you game, or a Momose plushie to put under your pillow, or a Kacho to send out to sea, let us know and we'll custom make you one, instead of just buying you an existing plush. In any case, let's pick our spots for the bingo board. To be clear, this is for the next batch of chapters. I'm assuming it will be 10, but if it's more than that, all the better, because I want you guys to win. So, the majority of these bingo options are going to be filled in according to this post right here. Starting from the top, we've got Leorio gets dialogue. Well folks, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think this one will pan out. I doubt Leorio will be relevant again until significantly later into this arc, but we'll have to see. Anyway, while I wouldn't gamble on it, as the saying goes,
you gotta give the people what they want.
Next up, we've got Woble's Guardian Spirit Beast makes its first appearance. Yeah, I can see this one. I do think it's a safer bet than Leorio getting page time, I'll say that much. After that, we have Contagion reaches level 100. You know, at the rate the Hailey were going, and given that martial law just started, I could absolutely see this having happened. I mean, last we saw, 4 of them were level 50 that we know of. That's crazy, these guys are leveling up so fast. Really, I think the question is less, has anyone gotten to level 100, and more, are the Hailey gonna get enough page time to reveal that they have in fact done that? Kurapika learns about the Phantom Troop. You know, this is another one that could go 50-50. Sure, let's put it on there. Here's a very specific comment. Kabeppa's Beast creating an antidote for Benjamin's virus in exchange for something. Personally, I think putting this on the board would be unfair, because it's just so specific and Hunter x Hunter is notoriously unpredictable, especially the Succession War. So, instead, let's split it into 2. One of them can be Kabeppa's Beast makes something, anything, and the other one can be Benjamin survives his poisoning. Doesn't matter how or what method he uses, but I've seen a lot of comments about this one, so let's just cover all our bases and say we'll tick the box if it happens at all. Phantom Troop member dies. Yeah, I mean, we've got to put this one on there. It's the Phantom Troop. They're so fucked, it's not even funny. They're pissing off literally everyone. Periston reveals himself. So this one's a little too specific for my tastes. The phrasing reveals himself implies he'll make some kind of grand entrance, but honestly, I don't see this happening. What I think is a bit more likely is that we'll get some kind of jump cut to wherever Periston has been and see what he's been up to. So, for the sake of fairness, let's just say Periston appears in the manga and slap it on there. Volkson kills the 3rd prince, and no, y'all are not ever going to get me to call her Borkson. I will not do it unless I'm calling her Bork and Beans. I will die on this hill. So, I agree that this has a good chance of happening, but just to be safe, let's go with Volkson reaches level 21. Look, the point is for these to be attainable, you know, I want you guys to win, so I'm making it a bit easier on you when I feel it's appropriate. Kurapika and Terror Sandwich meet face to face. Oh, I hope this happens. And with all hell breaking loose under martial law, I could definitely see it, so let's put it on there. we finally see what Illumi's been up to. Yeah, why not? I think we're long overdue for a check-in with him. A queen dies. Now this is a bold prediction because it implies the situation is going to deteriorate wildly beyond the control of the royal army. I say this mainly because I don't see Benjamin going there, since he has a code of honor, and bringing the queens into all this is really kind of aiming below the belt. But if, say, Camilla gets control of the army like I predicted, or the Hale Lee get onto Tier 1, I could 100% see this happening. Okay, this is a lot of predictions, so I think I'll just pick the one out of this comment that I think is most likely, the reveal of the silent majority user. I think there's a pretty good chance of this one happening. I feel the mystery's gone on for long enough, and we're due for a major shakeup to the social dynamics of Room 1014, so I think the silent majority user getting revealed could totally do that. Nobunaga Hatsu reveal. Yeah, I agree. Granted, imagine how funny it would be if Nobunaga dies and we don't even get to learn his Nen ability. I would honestly be more upset at that than I was when Kacho died. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm a big softie, that's a lie. But still, I would be pissed. I would be pissed in a good way. I mean, I think it would be funny, and it's something Togashi would do, but please, man, please, I want to know so badly what Nobunaga's hiding. Bungee gum, of course. So, for those who don't know, it is a common theory that Hisoka's bungee gum has the properties of both rubber and gum. It's never been confirmed in the series, but if we end up seeing bungee gum in action and this turns out to be true, that's a point for us. The martial law button in the Justice Department going off. Yeah, like this commenter says, it really is a roll of the dice how far the timeline advances, but I could see this happening in the very next chapter or two, so I'll put it on the board. 13th Prince Mariam is jailbroken out of his Nen space. I could see this one too. Mariam is way too comfortable, and that's an elephant in the room that needs to get addressed sooner or later. Or an elephant not in the room? Unclear. Anyway, I think it's less Mariam getting jailbroken and more Mariam getting told to finally get out of his crusty ass room. I mean, it can't smell good in there. They've been in there for a while, and like, are they gonna run out of food? What's going on in there? Rihan going on a 2-page long inner monologue. Yeah, this one might as well go in the free space, but I'm feeling generous. I'll put it on the board proper. Although actually, now that I think about it, I'm not sure if he did that last batch of chapters, but you know, there's a decent chance, especially considering the fact that he is going to try to take out Tobeppa's beast and then Halkenberg's beast, and I mean, it's that guy just cannot shut the fuck up inside his own brain. I mean, we can't really hate on the man for having rich inner thoughts, but we can hate on the man for taking up our page time, I think. Yeah, fuck you, Rihan, you piece of shit. I fucking hate you. I hate you. I want to strangle you. You and your anti-fun ability. Sorry, I don't know. None of that was scripted. I don't know why I went on that little tangent. Anyway, we find out who Beyond wants to talk to. Honestly, I could see this being the literal final moment of this batch of chapters, especially if it's someone really unexpected. Just like with how chapter 400 ended, Togashi loves to leave us with massive cliffhangers to theorize about. Alright, for this last row here, I'm gonna throw in a bunch of my own predictions. Can't let you guys have all the fun. So, for starters, I think we're going to find out for sure who Kaiser's working for, even if that's himself. That's a mystery that I feel is long overdue for solving. I also want to throw out the idea that one of the 3 Mafia bosses will die, being Wang, Morena, or Henry. Any of them is possible. Another option I think is pretty likely is that we find out who exactly Crollo is looking for. Yes, he needs to steal a sacred treasure before he can grab their Nen ability, but he's still trying to locate the actual person at the same time, as shown by his consistent use of Love Dial, and given that he actually has a way to track them, he's probably going to find the person before he finds the treasure. Okay, now here's one that's more personal to me, but I swear to you, I will uphold it with integrity if it happens, and it's more likely than you might think. What I'm going to put on this second to last square is CJ cries reading a new chapter. Look, you guys have got to understand some things about me. I am a huge crybaby when it comes to media. Here's a quick graphic of all the shows, series, manga, and games that have made me cry within the last few years. And Hunter x Hunter is a special case. There's nothing I've read or watched more times than this manga. I'm extremely invested in the characters, and I love it very much. I have read the Succession War through over 10 times now, aiming for once a month lately, and I've read the Hunter x Hunter manga in its entirety, shit, I lost count, like 4 or 5 times? You'd think I would cry less when I'm used to it, prepared, and know it's coming, but that's actually not true. I didn't actually shed a single tear at Meruem and Komugi's deaths the first time I saw them. But I shit you not, as I write this script and remember that moment, I'm tearing up again. Not tearing up, recording it, but when I wrote this, I did think about it and I did tear up. Yeah, just thinking about it wets my eyes now, and it's gonna be even worse for the Succession War because I've read that even more times. If Fugetsu dies, I'm not gonna leave the house for like a week. I will legitimately be so depressed. And the same goes for like a few other characters. So yeah, I feel pretty good about slapping CJ Will Cry on there. I mean, the Phantom Troop flashback, that made me cry, there's good chances of that happening. And last but not least, let's put Someone Gets Freaky on there. So there you have it, folks. That's our bingo board. I'll keep it updated as chapters start to get released, and if we get a bingo, I'll pick some winners and be in touch with you both. If you want to have a chance at winning, make sure to comment on this video and pray to the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. In any case, I hope to see you guys soon, and I hope you have a wonderful day.